Hi guys, McBride5912 here, and today I'm going to be bringing you some of my opinions about the DayZ Standalone. Now, I must remind you, these are my opinions, they're not anyone else's opinions. I think they're the right opinions compared to some other people that have, in light of the recent controversy, rhinocrunch, there have been all sorts of accusations flying about, and, Dean's having a pretty hard time, and there's lots of banter going on Twitter, which I think in the end, looking at it last night, it went a bit too far. There are certain things you don't need to bring into a conversation about video game. But once again, that's my opinion. I'm just here to kind of oppose those opinions, with my opinions and what I think is right. I think DayZ Standalone is going to be a great game. I'm hyped for it, and Rocket. Thanks to Rocket, praise be to Rocket. Without Rocket, there'll be no mod. Without no mod, DayZ Standalone. All of us, everyone entwined in this argument would be insignificant if it wasn't for Rocket. And so yeah, thanks Rocket. He put a lot of time and effort into, particularly the mod, which is kind of more of a labour of love. And yeah, thanks for that. And the release date, there is still no release date. They're doing it by a kind of a game based situation. So they have a list of features, and when they've completed those features, they will release the game. And they're putting no timescale to it, which I think that's a quiet way to do it. I think that's a respectable way to do it. They did initially say December. That came, it went. They fucked up. They admitted it. Get over it. It happened. It didn't come out. You can't whine over it. You just have to wait. And I'd rather get a finished game rather than like a piece of shit like the War-Z. Because I'll be heartbroken if it's like the War-Z. Um, it'll be the end of my life. But moving on to some of the points that have been raised. The engine. Everyone's saying, oh, it's Take on Helicopter's engine. Oh, it's rubbish. It only got 6.5 rating. Well, that's because it's a helicopter game, okay? You know, I can't name two people who would like to play a helicopter simulation, except for me. Because I'm inclined that way, yeah. Um, that doesn't mean it's a bad engine. It's talking about the game as a whole, not just the engine. And, it's going to be bringing some good features like volumetric clouds, and it isn't just the engine, no? Because Bohemia Interactive, Dean's been able to manipulate the engine to get the best out of it. He can tweak it and add things, so it's kind of an amalgamation, and it has all the features needed for DayZ to make it a good game, which is what we want, a good game. Then going on to Everest, the whole Everest trip. First thing, congratulations. I don't think anyone can say that it's not a magnificent feat to climb the highest mountain in the world, and it's not something that you just say overnight. It's not, there's months of planning and lots of money that Dean said he saved for a long time to get to. And as in anyone's life, good luck. You got to wish everyone good luck. He wanted to climb Everest. He climbed Everest. It was in his contract, and it was planned, and it's not just like he's buggered off and left it and run away to some African country with all his money and set up a palace or whatever and just, yeah, basically. Uh, and of course, in the first place, he has the right to sell it. It's his game. If I made a successful mod and someone wanted to buy it from me, I'm gonna sell it. Most of a person's life is trying to get money, and if he can get money like that, fair play. 10 out of 10. My only query, the only thing I don't like is the dev blogs. Um, I think they're rubbish. They don't give enough information. I think, Twitter's probably a bit better for that. Either do it properly or don't do it at all. Yeah, the release date. There's been lots of hype building up to June. There's like, in my mind, I have June, DayZ Standalone. They're side by side. Um, And I don't want to get too hyped up because I'm building myself up to get let down because nothing has officially been said. Hopefully by the time we get to E3, then something will be mentioned there. His fingers crossed, crossing my fingers. Hopefully we'll get more of an indication, not necessarily a release date, but more of an indication, maybe a time scale, maybe like 2 or 3 months, Hopefully, as is rumoured, that Alpha will be coming out next month. I just hope. But apart from that, yeah, that's my opinion. I don't think it is a scam. I think it's going to be a great game. There have been setbacks, but everything has setbacks. And I think we just need to support the game and hope that it's not a scam, because it'll be rather amusing if at the end of this we're all like, Rhino was right, it's a scam, we've lost loads of money, this is even shitter than the Warzy, and I'm sure Rhino and Sergei Titov will be laughing all the way home. Now I'm going to move on because I hope to be covering some of the DayZ Standalone on my channel, and I shall be moving on to some of the features. This also brings me on to a point that I forgot to mention in the earlier responses to Rhino's video. By the way, this isn't hating about Rhino. I'm not butthurt, or anything. This is my opinion. I like Rhino's videos. I think they're funny. I even like the standalone video. I like seeing his opinions, and I like seeing how the comments exploded. But the map being apparently recycled, it is recycled. Okay, it's Churnerous, and you could just leave it at that, and you can say, oh well, they're not investing money. Okay, it would take even longer to make a new map, which is, no, it depends how long you're prepared to wait for a good game, If you can't wait 6 more months after December, then you're not going to be able to wait for a completely new map to be created. And it is kind of new. There are new features, new towns, new areas. Certainly from some of the screenshots that you can see in the background, there are areas which I haven't seen before. I'm talking mainly about the one with the barracks in front of the hospital. I haven't seen that area, unless it exists somewhere. But yeah, moving on to some of the features. Enterable buildings. Feature number 1. The most important feature for me. I'm fed up with my brain just bleeding from being in Cherno and just seeing all these buildings, but you can't go in any. It's like waving sweets in front of my face. I want the candy, and I can't have the candy. So that's a major improvement, and it will make looting and gameplay so much more better. It'll be more of an adventure, things like that. And tied hand in hand with the whole looting experience is an improved inventory system, which I think is going to be loosely based around the Armor 3 system. And there's going to be different types of loot, weapon attachments. That's kind of a key thing. Now you'll be able to get red dot sights, grenade launchers, underslung grenade launchers, different ammunition types. You'll be able to get tracers, and high explosive things. I presume this is what I'm thinking. This is what I've read. It's not right. Once again, it's opinion. I hope it's right, because some of the features on the list I'm looking at are pretty cool. And sorry guys. Vehicles, they're not going to be included in the initial patch. They'll be patched in later. There are plans for horses. That'd be super cool, but I imagine they're pretty hard to animate. So we may not see horses. Maybe we can get like pogo sticks with horse heads on the end and run around Electro and jump over fences with those, like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And we can have like AI and NPCs, and they can run behind us with coconuts, making clippity clop noises and stuff like that. I think that may be a step too far in asking for features. Yeah, more features. Health system, that's being really focused on. There's a big focus on health. There's so many ways you can get infected. You can disinfect things to stop them getting giving you the infection. I'm not sure whether you can find the cure. I hope you can find the cure, you know. I know some people just have the aim in life of finding the cure, and I've not had the privilege of finding the cure. I haven't found the light, and I'd love to. I'd love there to be a loot item which is just called the cure. There's only one in the whole game, only one place it spawns, and I'd just love to go there one day, pick it up, and see you have found the cure. That would be my ideal feature of DayZ Standalone. And yeah, lots of features, kind of Minecraft-esque. You know, you're going to be able to bind items to num keys so that you can quickly switch between things. Weapons will always be oh no, I've forgotten the word. Weapons won't be held up. They'll be your weapons will be drawn, or whatever that word is. Your weapon will be kind of holstered. You'll kind of hold it down, so you'll have to press a button to bring it up, which is hoping to encourage less PvP. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, once again, my opinion. I might do a more in-depth video looking at some of the screenshots in a bit more depth. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with one fantastic quote. So listen to me saying like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. And then I'm going to give you a quote which I think is one of the best quotes I've ever heard. It's from Dean Rocket Hall via John Milton, and it is: "The best apology against false accusers is silence and sufferance, and honest deeds set against dishonest words." Boom! Headshot! Best comeback ever. Thanks for watching, guys.